Okay guys, it's time to cover the last blending mode in our contrast group, and this is called hard mix. Now this is an extreme blending mode. Basically, here's how it works. It will only display primary colors, so it's going to display white or black or your primary colors. And your primary colors are red, green, blue, cyan, and magenta. So literally with a hard mix at 100%, that's all you're going to see are those colors, and you're going to get some really interesting divisions of those colors. Very like hard edges. Now, this is part of our Special 8 blending mode, so you're going to have different views for your opacity versus your fill. And in most cases, you're going to want to use fill because it makes the hard mix much more subtle. So let's go ahead and open our image and show you how it works. So let's take a look here. We're in section 19 for hard mix. We're going to open up our photo. Such a fun photo. And let's go ahead and grab an adjustment layer. We're going to go to solid color, and there we go. We'll go all the way down to hard mix. And it's at the bottom of our contrast group. Okay, so we can see here, you're only going to see the primary colors. You're going to see white, you're going to see cyan, you're going to see magenta, you're going to see red, you're going to see yellow. Just your 6 primary colors, white and black. Now let's go ahead and double click here and see that as we change our color here, we're going to get some really interesting results, because this actually does apply blend modes before it gives you just your primary colors. Okay, so your different colors are going to influence your different blending modes as well. All right, very useful and very interesting for creating like abstract poster-like effects. I think the hard mix is a super fun blend mode. Now, if you want something that's going to be a little bit more photorealistic, that's when you want to take a look at your opacity and fill. So remember, this is part of the Special 8 group, so your opacity will literally just reduce the exact same effect. So you're going to get like this type of like super, like hard-edged effect, just at a reduced visibility over top of your photo. Now, when we bring fill into the mix, we have a much more nicely gradiated image, okay? You can see those barriers start to break down, and we still have the effect of the hard mix, but we're starting to get so in a way that we can actually use in our photos, which is really nice. So it does add some like really interesting, super vivid color to your photos. Let's go back to our solid color here, and we can see that as I change my color, we are going to see it both gives a dodging effect with your lighter colors and a burning effect with your darker colors. And of course, the colors that you choose will highly influence your photos. So in this case, because we have the blue sky and our subject is wearing yellow, I wanted to add some like reds into my image. There we go. So we have a red, yellow, blue color combination, which I love so much. And let's just lighten it up. Right about there, it starts to look really cool. So already this image was pretty vivid, but we've really managed to bring out those colors, and as you can see, we've added those red tones into those shadows using the hard mix. So again, this is at a fill of like 33% right now. If I were to bring my opacity down to about that same level, there we go, you can see we don't have a realistic result. This isn't so useful here. So definitely fill is where I recommend going with the hard mix, unless you're going for a little bit more of an artistic approach. All right, guys, well, that's hard mix, and that finishes up our contrast group. So remember, everything in this group is going to pretty much leave 50% gray alone. Anything brighter is going to get brighter and colored. Darker is going to get darker and color as well. So if you want to go like relatively subtle, you're looking at soft light. A little bit more effect, you're looking at overlay. A little bit more effect, you're looking at hard light, and then we've got our other great examples like hard mix, which just gives us our super strong effects. So that's it for this group. The next group we're going to take a look at is the inversion group, which does some really interesting things, inverting colors and lights and darks. All right, guys, we'll see you in the inversion group.